Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama.
Rama, Rama
Jai Shri
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is 29th of September. It is Sunday. And it is Ashwini Masa, Padmanabha Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Dwadasi Tithi. So today break the fast between 6:58 and 10:52. Okay, so that is the time. So still we have got another 26 minutes or so. Okay, apart from that, there are no Vaishnava events. Devotees who have been fasting from even from the water, so they can break the fast with a sip of water, and then later on a little bit of fruit and prasadam. All should be prasadam only, and then later on they can break with the normal grains prasadam. Okay, so that is from the events perspective. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma speaking to Narada Muni. So far he has glorified Krishna's different incarnations and also his devotees and the process of the devotional service. And it is not only the human beings and also even the animal beings also, by taking the process of devotional service, they can be liberated. ते वै विदन्ति अतितरन्त्य देवमायं त्रिशूद्रपूर्णशबरापि पापजीवाः यदि अद्भुतक्रमपरायणशीलशिक्षाः त्यज्यजनापि किमु श्रुतधारणाये. Just by hearing a Krishna Katha and knowing and engaging themselves in the devotional service through Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. So through all this process, even animal beings also can be liberated. So that process of devotional service is so eternal and very peaceful and free from fearfulness and completely free from the material contamination, and it is called Paramatma Tattvam. So likewise, Brahma was glorifying the process of devotional service. And when once who takes that devotional service, the path, and that path, it is directly under the supervision of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and in front of him and the devotees, the Maya cannot stand in front of the Lord. So with that, a devotee attains the unlimited peaceful and happiness. Shashwat prashantam abhyam pratibodha matram shuddham shamam sad asatah paramatma tattvam Shraddho nayatra purukarakavan kriyadho maya pareti abhimuke cha vilajyamana tadvai padam bhagavataha paramasya pumso brahmedi yadi viduhu ajasra sukam vishokam. It is unlimited happiness, free from all kinds of miseries. Vishokam. So later on, after explaining the glories of the devotional service, now Brahma is explaining about the mental speculations, the need of mental speculations, why it is required. So kind of meditation, mental speculations, artificial mental speculations, and the artificially controlling the senses. We do not need to have all these kind of things. As soon as one is engaging in the devotional service, he is spending his time in the devotional service by engaging some kind of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Through all this process, somewhere or other he is engaging his time. First thing. And then he is always chanting, following the regulative principles. For such kind of person, he doesn't need to have artificial mental speculations or artificial controlling the senses. He'll automatically, just like a Indra, who is the lord of the rains, who will make the rains to be poured on throughout the world, throughout the universe for all the living entities sake. He doesn't need to dig a well for water's sake. Likewise, a devotee does not have to take the shelter of artificial mental speculations. So likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 7, verse number 48. Sadryak niyamya yatayo yamakatta hetim jehyuh swaradiva nipana kanitramindraha. Sadryak niyamya yatayo yamakatta hetim. Sadryak. So this is Sadryak is the artificial mental speculation or meditation. Sometimes we may think how it is possible, everyone are doing something like that, but it is not possible. But some initially we may imitate, but as soon as once we progress in the devotional service, this artificial mental speculation or meditation, and so here Brahma is addressing this kind of thing, answering to many of the devotees and even to Narada Muni and clarifying as a authority here. Sadhyag niyamya, and also controlling of the senses. When once we are engaging, controlling the senses and the mind to concentrate, focus on the form of the Lord, we do not have artificial things, artificial controlling, artificial mental speculations. Sadhyag niyamya yatayo, and the mystics. So mystics, they are always trying, going in a secluded place. They do this kind of thing. Pranayama hedoshan dharana vishya kilvishan pratyaharen samsarghan dhyanena anishwaran gunan. They go through all of these things. Pranasya sodayen margam purakumbakarecikaihi pratikulena vachittam yatastiram achinchalam. Controlling the senses. Pranayama. This is pranasya sodayen margam. So these kind of things, the mystics go through all kinds of these things artificially first, initially for a very long time. This is bahujanma vipakvena samyak yoga samadhina drashtum yatante yatayaha sunyagareshu yatpadam. So they go to secluded places and they do it for so many bahujanma vipakvena. And that is the process of the yogis. But yamakatta hetim, that is the process of spiritual culture. First controlling the mental, this thinking and meditation, controlling the senses. So these mystics go through, that is a process of spiritual culture. Jehyuhu, and Brahma is saying, given up all these kind of things. Giving up all these kind of things. Swara diva nipana kanitramindraha, and swara diva, just like a fully independent. Just like a fully independent, Iva, just like that. Nipana kanitram Indraha. Nipana is the well. This is the water wells. And kanitram Indraha, and trouble for digging for a well. Indraha. And the Indra is the controlling demigod supplying rains. So he does not have to go and dig a well for the water sake. He is the deity of the supplying rains. So he is a Swaradiva. So to give the rains to all the living entities. So likewise, when a devotee is engaged in the devotional service, the path which Brahma explained in the previous verse, that is Shashwat Prashantamayam Pradhoda Matram Shuddham Shavam Sad Asataha Paramatma Tattvam. As soon as he engaged in the devotional service, then he does not have to go through artificial mental speculations and controlling the senses. So that what generally mystics go through. Likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni, glorifying the devotional service. This is Sadrigniyamya Yatayo Yamakatta Hetim Jahyuhu Swaradiva Nipana Kanitramindraha. So translation for this verse. In such a transcendental state, there is no need of artificial control of mind, mental speculation, or meditation, as performed by the jnanis and yogis. One gives up such processes as the heavenly king Indra forgoes the trouble to dig a well. And purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Meena Mataji to read the purport, please?
A poor man in a poor man in want of water digs a well and undertakes the trouble of digging. Similarly, those who are poor in transcendental realization speculate on the mind or meditate by controlling the sense, but they do not know that such control of the sense and achievement of spiritual perfection are simultaneously made possible as soon as one is factually engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Person, the personality of Godhead. It is for this reason that the great liberated soul also desired to be associated in hearing and chanting the activity of the Lord. The example of in the example of Indra is very appropriate in this connection. King Indra of heaven in the controlling deity or demigod for arranging clouds and supplying rains in the universe. And as such he does not have to take the trouble to dig a well for his personal water supply. For him, digging a well for a water supply is simply ludicrous. ludicrous. Similarly, those who are factually engaged in the loving service of the Lord have attained the ultimate goal of life, and for them there is no need of material speculation to find out the true nature of God or His activity. Nor do such devotees have to meditate upon the, imaginary or real identity of the Lord, because they are factually engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord pure devotee have already achieved the result of mental speculation and meditation. The real perfection of life is therefore to be engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here Prabhupada is explaining a very good analogy. A poor man in want of water digs a well and undertakes a trouble of digging. Similarly, those who are poor in transcendental realization speculate on the mind or meditate by controlling the senses, but they do not know such control of senses and achievement of spiritual perfection. So this is generally as soon as they are once they get a job or when they're studying, they think that we want it to be very peaceful. They don't want to be disturbed by someone. Everyone wanted to have happiness. Happiness, they were trying, I want to get a good mark, good percentages, good performance, and then I will be happy. Good work, good money, I will be happy. Good properties, I will be happy. So the thing is, happiness is the thing, and I wanted to be comfortable. And then once they will get everything, accumulate everything, and then they will be proud of something. But at that time, they will try to become peaceful. So that is getting everything for themselves, and then later on they think they need peacefulness and happiness. So once we get all kinds of miseries into life, then we think that we want it to be peaceful. How it is possible? So they will go through such kind of processes here. So a poor man want of a digger, this is want of water digs a well and it undertakes the trouble of digging. So he will have to go through again mental speculations. I wanted to go through different kinds of, there are spiritual organizations they go through. but they do not know that such control of senses and achievement of spiritual perfection are simultaneously made possible as soon as one is factually engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Person. So this is the path. As once they come to the devotional service, they would attain everything. This is the ultimate thing. So in this particular state, it is for this reason the great liberated souls also desire to be associated in hearing and chanting the activities of the Lord. Atma Ramasya Munyo Udgran. This is what so this Sukadeva Goswami also he has taken this Srimad Bhagavatam study. This is for the Paramahamsas and also already liberated souls. This is Brahma Bhutaha Prasannatma na sochiti na kamkati. Sam sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labhate param. This is Atma Ramasya Munyo Udgrandapi Urukrame Kurvante Kim Bhaktimittam Bhuta Guno Harehe. They take to the study of, they take to the chanting and hearing of the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his pastimes. So, and also here, Kapil Bhagavan also says one of the statements. This is the as soon as devotional service, one whoever hears and then keep on going, he would attain the ultimate peace of mind. Ultimate peace of mind. Krishna mentioned that one in the Bhagavad Gita as well. This is the Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Avyayam Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Avyayam. It is so pleasing. We are not going outside and working very hard for the material livelihood. Of course, we do it for the bodily maintenance, but not for the peace of mind or happiness. So we come to the devotional service. As soon as we have got some kind of duties performed, material duties, we come to the devotional service, engage ourselves in the hearing of Krishna Katha, staying with the devotees, engaging in the arati, deity decorations, and then such kind of things. All our activities will be properly molded. So, and here Prabhupada is Brahma is giving the explanation of the Indra, who is the rain supplier, and Prabhupada is explaining nicely. If Indra is going through the digging a well for water supply, he is simply ludicrous. It is not required for him because he has already got. But devotees, they have already attained. As soon as they come to Krishna, they have attained the highest path. So this is the Prabhupada is explaining here. This is the ultimate goal of life, engaging oneself. And that way, when every devotee, whoever is engaged in the devotional service, he practically experiences it. Because he is engaging in the devotional service, immediately we see he is not spending time for the mental speculations or not engaging in the materialistic activities or no meat eating, gambling, and all these things are immediately stopped. And one thing is all auspicious activities, always looking at the beautiful deity form, engage, taking the flowers and decorating the deity and preparing nice palatable dishes, offering it to the Lord and taking it as prasadam, speaking to the very, very beautiful devotees who are always calm and peaceful. They give very humble words. What else we need? And so we do their devotees, they do not show off. They are very humble. They wanted to render devotional service to Krishna and very humble to the Bhagavatam Muhamanena Denanam Anukampaya. If you are in need, they are also very compassionate. They will help us. Denanam Anukampaya. Maitriya Kevatmatulyeshu. If we are progressing in a spiritual path, we share the knowledge each other and share the moments and experiences and relish. This is the beauty of the devotional service. And for them, no need of mental speculation to find out the true nature of God or his activities. Nor do such devotees have to meditate upon the imaginary or real identity of the Lord. So here they are directly engaging here in the deity form. Some mental speculations are impersonalist, they're like that. We do not have. We have got a वेणुं कुणन्तम् अरविन्ददलायताक्षं बर्हावतंसं मस्ताम्बुदसुन्दराङ्गं कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. That a beautiful form, Tribhanga Lalita form, we have got to worship, which is always in the Goloka. At the same time, he is in the heart of all the living entities. We have the Lord has incarnated himself in the form of deity to take the service from the devotees. When we are engaging it, we do not have to imagine. So that is the process, devotional service. Because they are factually engaged in the transcendent loving service of the Lord, the Lord's pure devotees have already achieved the results of mental speculation and meditation. That real perfection of life is therefore be engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. So this way, Hrutatmano Hruta Pradamsha Bhakti Anichitome Gatim Anviyam Prayunte. So they will lose all their life, heart, and soul only to Krishna. So in such a way they engage themselves, and they do not have to uh, uh, separately endeavor for the liberations of such kind of thing. Because Krishna is eternal, devotional service is eternal, and as individual souls, we are also eternal. And when we have changed the dimension of the activities, this is the activities or materialistic activities is a disease. आमयो यश भूतानं जायते येन सुहृता तदेव हि आमयं द्रव्यं न पुनाति चिकित्सितम्. So this materialistic activities, amaya, this is means it is a disease, material disease. When this particular activity is simply engaged in the deity worship and engaging in the loving devotional service to the Lord, automatically it will become into medicine. Instead of the disease, it will turn into the medicine, and so pleasing. That way, one achieves the highest perfection of life. So beautiful. Okay, so likewise, Prabhupada is explaining, and Brahma is saying to Narada Muni. So pleasing. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sadhrigniyamya yatayo yamakatta hetim jahyuho swaradiva nipana kanitramindraha. Okay, devotee does not have to go through artificial mental speculation or controlling the senses. He is simply engaging himself in the devotional service. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall go to the Srila Prabhupada's daily letter to Hansadatta, April 18th, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request Prabhavati Mataji if available? Or any devotees would like to read the letter, please?
Hare Krishna, may I read?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. My dear Hansadatta, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 12th April 1970, and the information is very encouraging. The more you worship the deity very nicely, all of you will feel very nice and peaceful spiritually. Therefore, this point should be very much carefully attended. Similarly, in London, Yamuna is also doing nicely. All the wives of our students should be especially trained up for deity worship and cooking. And when possible, they should go outside on Sankirtana party and their husbands and with their husbands and others. I am glad that you have advised Berkeley to send me $1,500, which I hope I will receive very soon. It will be a great help. Recently, I have paid out of my book fund $11,500 for purchasing the church and $2,500 for printing Krishna Consciousness, the topmost yoga book. So $14,000 has been drained out and it must be filled up as soon as possible. The next big payment for Krishna will be out $20,000. Now we have to make Brihat Mridanga propaganda along with Sankirtan party. Please organize to translate all our literature into German language through our expert students. As you go out some rudimentary knowledge in German, try to make it more perfect so that you can see how things are going on.
Regarding Krishnadas' marriage with Hedi, it cannot take place. From hygienic point of view, the boy should be at least 5 years older than the girl. If the boy is weaker, then the progeny will be weaker, sex or females. Then and the man will be still weaker. So Krishnadas may not be trained, may not be married immediately because he is too young and he can't wait even up to 5 years and become a strong brahmachari. But if a suitable girl is there, not more than 15 to 16 years old or at most 17 years, he can be married to her. I think he should wait for his marriage. In the meantime, find out some other boy or for Hidi. She should be married immediately. I am glad that she is a good translator and let her be blessed by translating our literatures. I have received the letter of Neil, Hedi, and Stephanie, and their beads have arrived today. I have duly chanted their beads and will return them by a separate post. At the time of initiation, it is incumbent that the disciple should collect some alms and offer it to the spiritual master. Please offer my blessing to Himavadi for her nice engagement and be happy in advancing Krishna consciousness. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any take your points, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, in this letter, first Prabhupada was mentioning the importance of deity worship. So the more we decorate or the more we nicely worship the deity, the more happy and peaceful we spiritually. So and Prabhupada wanted all the wives of the devotees over there should be expert in deity worship and cooking. So that is needed, and when they finish that job, they can participate in Sankirtana party along with their husbands and others. And so the second part, Prabhupada was mentioning to appreciating for deciding to send some money to Prabhupada, because Prabhupada was drained the money by paying for a new church and for paying Krishna Consciousness, the topmost yoga book. And Prabhupada was saying to translate the literatures into German language and distribute it as soon as possible. So as far as possible, because it is like a Brihad Mridanga propaganda along with Sankirtan party. So that can attract so many people and that is needed for the propagation of the movement. And Prabhupada was saying another point is when in the marriage, the boys or the man's age should be more than the girl. So that is needed. So these Krishnadas is young, so he should be waited for at least 5 more years. Then he can find a suitable girl, or the girl should be younger than the man. That is needed in the in a marriage, and that is Prabhupada was mentioning. And for the Mataji Hidi, Prabhupada was recommending to find another man immediately, because Prabhupada wanted all the girls in the movement should be married. That is Prabhupada was very strict in that, like old ladies should be married, because women by nature they need some protection. So Prabhupada always wanted all girls to get married to a devotee. And another thing is Prabhupada was speaking about the initiation, and after initiation, all the disciples should collect some alms and give it to offer it to the spiritual master. That is very important. After initiation, devotee should collect some alms, and Prabhupada was reminding them that thing. And yes, Prabhu, this is what I could collect. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks so much, Mataji. Very beautifully summarized. Okay, any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add to this letter? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So as soon as one is engaging, as like we were speaking on Bhagavatam, again the point is Prabhupada is again mentioning to us here. this point should be very much carefully attended, deity worship, and we achieve the you feel very nice and peaceful spiritually. Okay, and then Sankirtana party, and then Brihad Buduranga to propagate book distributions. And also the marriage point of view. And the progeny should be very stronger. So when we are marrying in equal ages, something like that, then the man gets weaker. So that's why man should be at least 5 years older than the girl. Okay, so that is from the Prabhupada's instructions and letter.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So why did the man get weaker? I don't understand that.
A man will get still weaker. I think progeny will be weaker sex or females, and the man will get still weaker. I think it is the nature of the body of a man and maturity of a woman. So I think
Hare
woman,
Krishna, Prabhu. So
yes,
I
Mata.
think it is like getting a female child in a social perspective, like it is additional responsibility. So I think Prabhupada was mentioning that because if female child means we have to the responsibilities to raising up the children, and that is some more responsible than raising a boy child, right? So the responsibilities, the care, and the all the facilities we have to give to the girl child will be more than to take care of the male child, right? So this point Prabhupada was saying in one purport also. So I think that is what Prabhupada was mentioning. I'm not sure. Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, even I'm just also not sure here. Maybe the boy is weaker means boy and girl, the bride, groom, and bride. So I think boy and girl, I'm understanding in that manner. And then progeny will be means the children will be weaker.
So if the woman is more like,
Yeah, generally women they get maturity. Man and the woman, if they take birth on the same day, woman will be more mature than the man. It is the by nature. So for that advanced girl, immature boy cannot be married.
I see. Okay. I understand that because I see that we can see that, but why does the male get weak?
I don't
Is it
know, Mataji.
he
So
doesn't
maybe
have? Is it because he doesn't have?
because so here when the boy is not yet matured and girl is matured, and maybe without knowing, without maturing, and if he's trying to do, he will lose the confidence. That is what I understand.
Confidence.
And also bodily strength also. At once you lose the confidence, bodily strength.
Yeah, because that would have a direct impact.
Okay, so that could be the reason. Thank you, Mataji. That is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So that's why, and also Prabhupada is recommending girls should be married at most 17 years old. That way, if otherwise, if girls are getting older and older, they will become like a more of getting more knowledge from the Middle East point of view, and they think that they have got more knowledge, and then finally they can't take decisions for themselves. That's why people be left over without marriage. So we need to, and because when we are arranging marriages in the engages, then the girl always think of the man and not any other person in the heart. So that way that relationship will go forever. And if that Prabhupada's marriage relationship also, we see this one exactly. And the girl Radharani was 16 years old and Prabhupada was 21 years old. Even if we see our parents, they were all married only in the 14 years, 15 years, 16 years, like that, and give birth in the age of 16 years. And by the time the mother goes into in her 35, something like that, the boy already is in the teenager, and he is ready to protect the boy, and the man can be relieved from his family duties, and he can engage himself in the complete devotional service. Okay, so it is kind of a Vedic process.
I think like in India and the Vedic process, this is 100% right, and it's doable. But say here, we were earning money by that age, even younger than that, because otherwise, like if your families have come from different countries, then we were earning money for them.
Yeah, so here also it is normal if the boy is staying with the parents and parents arranging the marriage, it is still possible, but it is only our thinking that it could be possible, it could not be possible. It is our understanding only, but it is possible. So where there is a willing, there is a possibility.
But society is changing so much. I mean, like I say, I was 11. I mean, yeah, 11 years old. I used to work in the shop and do all like obviously I was at school and everything, but the mentality even for Indian parents here is their children start earning and become independent.
That is kind of immaturity. When the children, they think that they are independent in the childhood itself, then they cannot be settled in the future. But at
Yeah.
least they need to have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, the devotional service, and then once they come into this learning of the scriptures and all these things, Sanskrit, learning of Sanskrit, it will take at least 2 years, and then they will understand all the Vedic knowledge, everything very easily. And then once they got that education, they can choose. At that time, they can become independent, not immaturely because he is working in the shops. Otherwise, everything will be imbalanced.
Yeah, I can see that like in my life now as well.
Yeah. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mata.
Can I just ask one thing? Like here, Prabhupada was mentioning like Prabhupada was not saying like yes, in the Vedas like early marriage is recommended, but here Prabhupada was saying like for these devotee like Krishna Das, just marriage. He is young, so if there is a good suitable girl like more than 15 to 16, most 17 years, because he's like a younger devotee, I think so. For in that case, particular case, Prabhupada was mentioning to search for a girl because I think Prabhupada was the age gap should be at least 5 years. Prabhupada was mentioning, so maybe Krishnadas maybe like 21 or 22. So Prabhupada was recommending to find a girl who is 15, 16, or at most 17 years. So isn't it so, Prabhu? Like because
Yes, Mataji. So here what we could understand, possibly guessing, the boy is also 17 years, girl is also 16 years or something like that. So in a similar kind of age period, that is what we understand. So Prabhupada mentioning boy can wait and girl should be married immediately.
But Prabhu, I do understand what Srila Prabhupada is saying, and obviously we can understand it from an adult perspective. But for a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old, are they really mature enough to make those, especially in this day and age? Are they really like at 16? I'm just thinking about some of the students that I teach. I mean, they're not even, yeah.
That is a big topic, Mataji. So we cannot speculate. So boys, at least they need to be in 20s, and the girl must be in this age, as Prabhupada is mentioning. Otherwise, there are so many things. This is kind of a general tradition.
I think for India people it works because I've seen that children in India are actually much more, well, I'm not saying, I'm not generalizing, but their maturity level, their understanding is, their spiritual level is at a higher stage. Some of them anyway, some of the ones I came across, their understanding is higher. Whereas the children here, the understanding is slightly different, maybe because obviously because of how they're brought up. But because the Vedic culture isn't followed,
yeah, this is once again, Mataji. These are all kind of our understandings. Because of personalizing our experiences, it will make so many of speculations. It could be good, this one may be good, that may be good, but simply taking instruction from spiritual master, it will complete the task. You do not have to think about it. And Prabhupada said, that's it, nothing we have to use our brain, mental speculation. Brahma said that Jahyuhu Sadragniyamya. That is the Yatayoho Kartahetu, what Brahma was saying in the beginning and in the other one. These are all mental speculations. Sadragniyamya Yatayo Yamakatta Hetim. These are all Jahyuhu. We need to leave all these things, simply engage. Take the instruction of a spiritual master. No need to put our personal experiences are very tiny.
I mean, it can work because I know my grandparents got married. My grandmother was 12. And I can't remember how much, but it does work because they had these, but then.
Yeah, we cannot say like we have got tiny experiences, few years, but previous generation, yes, as grandparents, spiritual masters, they know more of it. They have seen it.
Yeah.
So simply hearing, taking instructions from the father, spiritual master, simply as much as is needed. That's all. We do not have to speculate with our own brain. We do not have to tax our brain. Prabhupada says those words. Don't tax your brain unnecessarily. Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow, Monday, that is, we have got Sangha, Chaitanya Charitamrita at 8 p.m. So, Meena Mataji and Radha Sevaka Mataji, any updates on that?
Yeah, so Vipin Vihari Prabhuji has agreed to take class tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji.
So I'll put it in the group.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji.
And we are in chapter which? 10.
We did last week. We did chapter 10.
Okay, so 11.
The opulences of Krishna.
Okay.
So
Yes.
11. Yeah, we did the opulences of Krishna last week. So it will definitely on chapter 11. And if you just give me a minute, I'll tell you what.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay, so I'll write it down. So I just want to ask, like, the liberated soul. So liberated soul means like who don't have to come back, isn't it? To material.
Yeah,
We are also chanting in the spiritual world. That means.
Yes.
That purport was saying that liberated soul also want to chant. So chanting just in go wherever Vaikuntha or anything like that.
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So liberated soul, he does not have to be exactly in the spiritual planet only. He could be here in this material world also, but he does not engage. Tamasiyam akarmanam. So this Devhuti Mata approaching Kapil Bhagavan. Kapil Bhagavan is Tamasinam akarmanam. So she approached that Lord. He is not working hard. So he is simply sitting and meditating in the sense in kind of Tamasinam akarmanam. And devotees, they engage in the devotional service. They are not materialistic things. And he chants and hears and glorifies, sings and engaging himself in the service. That means he is already liberated, as we have seen in the previous verse here. So they have already achieved it. Because factual engagement in devotional service of the Lord's devotees have already achieved the results of mental speculation and meditation. They are liberated souls. This is Kapil Bhagavan mentions that Mam Pratyagatmanam Ihavarunde. While he is living in this body, he is already liberated. Liberation means it is nothing but negation of the materialistic activities. You are not engaging in the prasangam and not engaging in the kind of going to the pubs and restaurants, something like for sense gratification. And you are not going and taking shelter for so many other things for sense gratification. That is already liberated. Devotee is free from such kind of things. He is engaged chanting, glorifying the Lord, and singing, engaging in the bhajans and deity worship in the temple, going there, staying with the devotees. There is no difference if we go to the Vaikuntha planet and while we are in the temple here.
It's like so still like people like in their stage is called liberated soul.
Yeah, but there some people may speak on the bodily level because even the body gets old. It is in the temple. We may be feeling temporarily bodily pains, but in the spiritual planet there are no bodily pains. But feeling of the happiness is the same in the spiritual planet or in this material world. But in due course of time, this material body is vanished. But that happiness, it remains and it continues. And because we are always engaged in the devotional service, which is the eternal process and in relationship with the Lord. And because for that process, we do not have to be in this material world. We will be transferred to the spiritual world to continue there because we need a proper body for it, for doing eternal service, eternal chanting, eternal singing, eternal engagement of devotional service. So we
Just
need eternal body.
yeah, I say like material world is always dukkha, isn't it?
Yes,
Like,
Shashvatam.
mhm.
And devotional service is Shashvatam.
Hare Krishna. So we're on chapter 10, and it's such a beautiful chapter. I hope everyone is able to join tomorrow. The beauty of Krishna.
Okay. So I'll inform like Prabhuji.
Chapter 10. Yeah. It's very beautiful. I've just read it. It's so beautiful.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so if you're all happy, any other updates, dear devotees, you wanted to share? And tomorrow, Tuesday, it is Gaurangi Mataji's session, or preaching session at 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday. I mean, Tuesday in the sense, yeah, day after tomorrow.
Where is Gaurangi Mataji these days?
I think devotees, there are some festivals, or so many programs are going on, and also plus some family responsibilities.
Yesterday
Yeah.
he was there. You were there in temple.
Me last week. Yeah. Yeah.
Yesterday, Sunday. Yesterday, Saturday.
Not yesterday. No.
This was like thank you, like for volunteer. Thank you celebration.
Oh no, I don't go to that. No. I just go Sunday normally.
Okay, because there was like appreciation for like people help.
Yeah, I did get an invite, like that. Even like we get it on the email, but I don't normally go.
Okay.
And what was I going to say? Yeah, there's lots of. I know Shraddh is going on at the moment. The Navratri is coming up, Diwali, Kartik. There's so many different festivals are coming up. Govardhan Puja, so many things. It's a nice. I like this time of year. It's very nice. So many different things.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for the updates. Okay, so devotees, if you're all happy, then we shall move to the next part of Shloka learning or reciting and practicing Dharana. Okay, so in this one, we are in the first canto, chapter 3 and verse number 12 today. In the last sessions, we have been just practicing. It is Dharana. I hope devotees remember those verses. In the last verse, Sastamatir Pacyatum Vrutah Prapto Anusuyeya Anvichikim Alarkaya Prahladibhya Uchivan. Alarka is also one of the person, as Brahma mentioned it before in the list of devotees. And that Alarka, he was receiving that knowledge from the Dattatreya. and also Prahalad. So this is Astamate Pachetam Vruta Prapto Anusuyeya Anvikshakim Alarkaya Prahaladibhya Uchivan. That we have practiced now. Brahma is saying to the incarnate, not Brahma. Swata Goswami is explaining to the Saunakadi sages about the all the incarnations. So here in the next 7th incarnation is the Yajna. This is the Yajna. So Yajna is the son of Akuti and Ruchi Prajapati. Akuti and Ruchi Prajapati. And so they have got the son Suyajna. Sorry. This is the Yajna and Lord's incarnation as Yajna. But I think he has got his children name kind of Suyajna, something like that. As we have seen in the Brahma's explanation to the Yajna incarnation. So, and he has taken birth in the Swayambhuva Manvantara. So, kind of a grandchild to the Swayambhu Manu. But Swayambhu Manu, he has adopted him as his son. And yeah, and he occupied the position of Indra as well at that particular point of time. Okay, so likewise, Sudha Goswami is saying we shall take the turns. So this is Tataha Saptama Akutyam Ruchehe Yajno Abhyajayata Sayamadhyaihi Suraganaihi Apat Swayam Bhuantaram Tatah Saptama Akutyam Rucher Yajno Abhyajayata Sayamadhyaihi Suraganaihi Apat Swayam Bhuantaram Apat Swayam Bhuantaram. So the 7th incarnation was Yajna, the son of Prajapati, Ruchi, and his wife Akuti. He controlled the period during the change of the Swayambhuva Manu and was assisted by demigods such as his son Yama. Likewise, so the Goswami is saying, Tatah Saptama Akutyam Rucher Yajno Abhyajayata Sayamadhyaihi Sa Yama Adhyaihi Suraganaihi Apat Swayambhuva Antaram. Okay, so I request dear devotees, take a turn and try to recite 3 times, please. We go in alphabetical order. Radha Sekha Mataji, would you like to do first?
Yes, Prabhu, just 1 minute. Drop my phone. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tataha Saptama Akutyam Rucheryagno Abhyajayata Sayamadhayaha Suragane Apatsvayam Bhuvantaram Tataha Saptama Akutyam Rucheryagno Abhyajayata Sayamadhayaha Suragane Apatsvayam Bhuvantaram Tataha Saptama Akutyam Rucheryagno Abhyajayata Sayamadyer Suraganer Apatsvayam Bhuvantaram.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. So this is Rucher Abhyajayata. Abhyajayata. So the Abhyajayata is the advented. Rucher Yajno Abhyajayata. And then Sa, this is Yama Adyehi. These are 2 words combinedly coming Yamadjaihi. This is Yama plus Adjaihi. Yamadjaihi. And then Suraganaihi. When we are taking break here, Suraganaihi. Sometimes either or yes would come when the word is continue. When word is continuing, then we say Suraganair apad. Suraganair apad. Continuously means when we can or will be pronounced. When we are taking a break, Suraganaihi, then H will come there. That H here, if we see here, Suraganaihi, the H will come. This is Visarga comes here. Suraganaihi. And likewise, Abhyajayata, Suraganaihi, everything will come. And here Yajno is also here. Rucher Yajno. But here when we take a break and splitting the word, Yajnaha. So sometimes mostly what we see or yes, these things will be generally replaced with when we are taking a break, a little bit of break means taking a breath or splitting the word. At that time, the visarga comes. Yajnaha, tataha saptama akutyam, rucher yajno. So when we do continuously, rucher yajno. But when we split, ruchehe yajnaha, abhyajayata, like that. When we are splitting word by word, the visarga comes. Otherwise, rucher yajno abhyajayata, sa yamadhyaihi suraganaihi apat swayambhuvantaram. Swayambhuva plus antaram. This is the long A comes. Swayambhuva and then here the Swayambhuva plus antaram. Swayambhuvantaram. These are called sandhis, joining the words. Okay, but this is a kind of dharana. We are just small things. We do not have to go deep into the vyakarana and all the grammar, but simply we are trying to recite in a proper rhythm. Would you like to go once again, Mataji? Just only once, please.
Yeah. Tataha saptama akutyam रुचेर्यज्ञः अभायाजत यथा सायमाद्येर् सुरागणेः अपात् स्वयंभुवन्तरम्.
Yeah, nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Sorry.
So here there is no ye here, not abhaya. It is abhyajayata. Abhyajayata. Okay. We shall go to the next. Meena Mataji. Hare Krishna, Meena Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tataha saptamam akutyam रुचयज्ञो अभ्यजायतः स यं याति सुरगणे अपस्वा भुवन्तरं तथ सप्तम् आकृत्यां रुचयज्ञोऽभ्यजायत स्वयं अध्याये सुरगणे उपस्वयंभुअन्तरम्
Apat.
अपात् स्वयंभुअन्तरम्
Swayambhuvantaram. Swayambhuvantaram.
स्वायम्भुवन्तरम्
Yes.
तत सप्तम आकृत्या रुचयज्ञो व्यजायतः स यं
Abhyajayata. There stop. No head.
अभ्यजायत स यं अध्याय
यामाद्यैः
अथवा स्वयं अध्याये
यामाद्यैः
यं स्वयं अध्याय
यामाद्यैः
संयमाधिः सुरगण अपि सुरगण अपि स्वयंभू अन्तरम्. Isn't it like that?
Yes, so ततः सप्तम आकूत्यं रुचिर्यज्ञो अभ्यजायताम् स यामाद्यैः सुरगणैः अपात् स्वयंभुवान्तरम्. जगो माताजी, no?
Okay, one. ततः सप्तम आकुल्यं सृजयज्ञो व्यजायत स यमाध्ये सुरगणे अपि स्वयंभू अन्तरम्.
Okay. Would you like to go again, Mataji?
Okay. ततः सप्तम आकुल्यं
Akutyam.
ततः सप्तम आकुत्य स्वयं यज्ञो व्यजायत स यमापचायत स्वयज्ञो
रुचिर्यज्ञो.
रुचो यज्ञो व्यजायत स यमाग्ते सुरगणे अपि स्वयंभू अन्तरम्.
Apat swayambhuvantaram.
अपात् स्वयंभू अन्तरम्.
Apat means ruling. Swayambhuva. Swayambhuvantara means the change of the period of Swayambhuvan.
ततः सप्तम आकुत्य रुचयज्ञो व्यजायत स यामाग्ते सुरगणे अपि स्वयंभू अन्तरम्.
Apat swayambhuvantaram.
अपात् स्वयंभू अन्तरम्.
Thank you so much, Mataji. And now I request devotees, Mataji, Radha would you like to explain this the first line?
Yeah. The first two.
Yes, Mataji.
So should I just do the synonyms or?
Yes, synonyms, and just to give a little bit 1 or 2 lines of context.
Okay. Tataha, after that, Saptame, the seventh in the line, Akutyam, in the womb of Akruti, Ruchehe, by Prajapati Ruchi. Yagnaha, the Lord's incarnation as Yagna, Abhayachayata, advented. So, sorry, my phone is just not. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it differently. Okay. So the seventh incarnation was Yagna, the son of Prajapati Ruchi and his wife Akuti. Okay. Okay, I'm not too sure about this, but I don't want to speculate, but I think, so obviously, as it says that Lord was in the womb of Mother Akuti, and she was obviously, the father was Prajapati Ruchi. So my understanding is, and then Lord incarnated as Yagna for the crossover. So my understanding is that when there is not a suitable, or there is a need for Lord to take the position of one of the Manus, then he incarnates as one of the Manus. So in this instance, it's it's for the kind of transition phase. So as the Manu is about to change, then he's come to stabilize that situation, or he comes when there is no suitable Manu left in the world, then he himself assumes the position of Manu. That's my understanding. I'm not sure if I'm right.
Thank you, Mataji. So Yajna, he was occupying the position of Indra. I think
Okay.
Indra. At that time, there is no suitable person to occupy that position. Yes, and you're right. And the Lord also come as a Manu as well, whenever it is needed.
So Lord can take the position of Indra or Manu, or even Brahma.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So on the other day, I have shared some of the table, like what is the Swayambhu Manu, and then who is Indra. In the Swayambhu Manu, Yajna is the Indra. In the Swarochisha Manvantara, Vibhu is the Indra. Or Yajna is the Lord's incarnation. So it is explained as kind of a table, and Uttama, Tapasa, and Raivata, these three are children of the Priyavruta Maharaj. And these three children, they occupied the three Manu's positions in the third, fourth, and fifth. And then at that time, the Lord has appeared like a Satyasena, Hari, and Vaikunta. And then in the sixth Manvantara, Chakshusha Manu, I think Chakshusha Manu, during that Manvantara, Ajita occupied. Chakshusha, he is the son. I don't remember the parents. So Chakshusha is the Manvantara. He is. I don't remember the parents. Okay. Yeah, that is sixth. And then seventh Manvantara is the Vaivashvata Manvantara. So where the son of he is called Shraddhadev or Satyavrata, and who is the son of the sun god Vivaswan. And he has we are in the seventh Manvantara now. He is ruling now currently. He is ruling. So here in the first Manvantara, Swayambhu Manvantara, at that time the Lord has appeared as Yajna, and he has occupied the position of Indra. Okay, so likewise, Sudha Goswami is mentioning about the seventh incarnation. Tataha saptama akutyam ruchir yajno abhyajayata. So Sudha Goswami, out of those incarnations, seventh incarnation.
I always had this question, Prabhu. Why does Indra always do like really silly things? Like
It is Indra means Indra. There are so many Indras as well. In your one Brahma's day, 14 Manvantras. So in these 14 Indras, our current Indra is the Purandara. And previously there were so many Indras as well. So here Yajna occupied that Indra position. So he did not do anything like that. And also the Lord has appeared as also Ajita kind of in the Chaktusha Manvantara, Ajita. That is the Manvantara Avatara.
so if there's so many Indras, like we were talking about, there's so many universes, and obviously in the more elevated universes, then like there's more Indra, or we don't know what I don't know what the question is anyway. But is it that there's like Srimad Bhagavatam is going on in those places as well? And is it that the Srimad Bhagavatam is not different but more elevated there, or because those people are like more super.
So there, Indra, current Indra. So if we speak about Purandara, who is son of Aditi Mata, so he has performed 100 sacrifices, Ashwamedha Yajnas. That's why he was eligible to occupy the position of Indra, the Purandara, and he occupied that Indra position. But during that time, it is not a complete devotional service. It is a materialistic activities. All the sacrifices, that the material. Trigunya Vishya Veda, Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. Krishna says to Arjuna that. So that Vedas, as per the Vedas, Vedic, when we are living here, we have to perform some kind of activities as a sacrifice to please Lord Vishnu. But when we are doing just only to occupy the position of some particular position like Indra's position by performing 100 yajnas, then still that is materialistic only. So that's why sometimes they also make mistakes. It is not only there, but sometimes if we observe uh, kind of a position to secure the position, and for example, when Prudu Maharaj were doing the sacrifices, but he did not complete 100 sacrifices. So, but Indra, he is coming and disturbing him number of times. And later on, Brahma also understand that Indra's mood and his desire, and then he came, and then Prud Maharaj was satisfied with the Brahma's instruction, and then the Lord Vishnu, he was very happy with Prud Maharaj. So though Indra has performed 100 sacrifices, and though Prud Maharaj performed 99 sacrifices, and the Lord was very pleased with Prud Maharaj because simply hearing the authority without any sense gratification. Indra has got some kind of attachment to his position.
But doesn't he ever learn? Like he causes so many, even like the Vitrasura story, he causes so many, you know, doesn't he ever learn? Like doesn't isn't his
Yes,
isn't his
so this is
personality?
a kind when we are administering one kind of government. For example, I'm occupying a chief minister or prime minister. It is not that overall they are good, but if we see sometimes they also make mistakes because it is a position. They may need to take some kind of actions to secure their position so that they carry out their activities properly. If someone is trying to come and occupy their position, they may not rule the country properly because the change of and different opinions of the rulers. And Indra wanted to, so here Indra got position from the Vishnu, so he has to carry out for the this is 71 yoga cycles. That is his duty. So within that one, if someone is trying to demonic people like Balichakra or Hiranyakshipu or Virochana or Bali, if they are coming, and then he is fearful of it. Because if demons are occupying it, then who will be looking after the people, making sure that trains are going on the planet properly on time, and then so that people will get an opportunity to perform the sacrifices and then offer oblations to all the demigods.
Yeah, but
So
even Lord Krishna stopped. Like even he said that. Like surely
yeah,
in but he even Indra even apologized to Lord.
yes,
So
yeah.
like is he has he become good? I know that's the but is there any because we see his character so many times in Bhagavatam, but it just seems like it I don't know if he's the kind of the example for all of us that that's not what we should be like but
Uh,
it's
yeah,
also
but
demigod. Yeah. Or and then Krishna sometimes even takes his position. So like how do we how do we know if it's Krishna in that position? How do we know?
Yeah, when we are intoxicated with the position and high birth and all these opulences, then we do not see, that is Bhogeshwari Prataktanam Tayapakta Chetasam. It is very difficult to see Krishna with the transcendental vision, with the spiritual knowledge, because it is covered somewhere, they're puffed up with the opulences. If I get some kind of good English language or taken birth in this country, and then I think I'm very fit in this body, then I can speak so many things. And if I'm beautiful, many people will be impressed. I don't see the God who is behind me. I can speak anything. I am able to impress because my tone is very nice, something like that. I'm beautiful. So people think that way. And then they forget about the real identity. They do not see the God behind it.
Yeah, they don't understand that it's Krishna. That yeah.
So we need to be, that's why all the time be grounded. Trunadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanena manadena kirtaniya sada harihi. So we know this verse properly, but recite and all the time. But when it comes to the real application, situations comes, but we complain on the other people. This person is speaking so rude. It is harsh. So it is unfair. But where is this Trunadapi sunichena? Is that this is the practical test. Did I apply that one to my life? Did I tolerate? That we have to question ourselves.
So what if you're tolerant, what if you're tolerant power? Like it's okay, but then sometimes it's just, well, especially when you're tired or when there's other
No, this is the right test.
that's the test. Yeah.
This is the test. We do not, this is real time test. We come across day to day. If you think that, not this one, another thing means another test, maybe Lord maybe decrease your qualification from GCSE to the primary education again. Again, he has to give small things. If we discard it, we have to tolerate the big exam.
So what about the other? Okay, so like say if you become provoked, obviously this is me completely. So say you become provoked, like something's happening, and then the provocation is happening, and then you want to like defend it or to.
No, that is Tiriskrutaha, Vipralabdaha, Septaha, Kshiptaha, Hatava api. तस्याः न प्रतिकुर्वन्ति न तस्याः प्रतिकुर्वन्ति तद्भक्ताः प्रभवोपिः. Devotees of the Lord, they are even the very powerful, they do not counteract. They do not defend unless it is the harmful to the life. We are not in that harmful life, such kind of things. Small things.
We should
Small
just
things. Even these things happens unknowingly or incidentally without knowing our knowledge. We cannot take anything as an offense to ourselves. We have to tolerate and then keep going on. Devotees, they never make any mistakes. That we need to be assured of it.
Yeah, I don't think I am a devotee yet, but
No,
devotees.
you are the devotee. So here, this is the lessons we have to take. For example, if we tolerate small things,
Yeah.
but later on, the Lord will give big kind of exam. It means big thing, it cannot be tolerable, but still we have to face that situation.
Yeah.
Then things will keep on going on, and once Lord is pleased, then he is tolerating anything. I do not want to test him. So now I have to show my mercy on him. And then he will come and directly speak to us. He is always stay with us. So this is kind of cleansing all these things. Why we have acted in that way? Because of small things, and the Lord wanted to curb those kind of pride and arrogance within our heart existing. He wanted to cleanse that heart, stay in our heart. That's why he wanted to cleanse that. That's why he will give that kind of test and exams. This is real time. We do not have to imitate just kind of forsaking the Bhagavatam class or Bhagavad Gita class. It is not for simply saying. We have to, this yad yadacharati sreshtaha tat tad devetaro naraha sait pramanam kurite lokaha tad anuvartate. When we follow, then people who look at us, they will also follow the same thing. That is pramana. Sai pramanam kurute. Lokaha tad anuvattate. We should be the examples. But I am doing all these things, but I am just telling everyone, but I do not follow. Then it is hypocrisy. That kind of statements, though I am reciting the verses, they do not get any impact on the heart of anyone. If I am not disciplined, if I ask everyone to be disciplined, that is not the right thing. Guru means he has to acharya, but is an example, practical example, model. When we
Yeah.
are speaking means we have to live with that example. Unless we live it, we tolerate it, uh, we cannot be an example to the others. How
Yeah.
can we say this Prabhu doesn't follow, but he's saying all these things to us? I don't like this person.
Yeah. I think we're going through purification. I feel that like we are going through, like, I know for myself, I feel like I'm going through purification.
It's
I know that I
no
understand that
personalization,
the
Mataji.
standard
So
is,
here, no personalization. We never apply this is me, but this is the instructions of the Vedas. When we are saying, so we have got all the devotees, they are pure, they are chanting, reading scriptures, associating with the devotees, they are already in the path. So there we cannot apply. So of course, when we are saying to others, we do not put it to ourselves or someone in the same. We have to make generic, but this is the instructions of the Vedas. And so, but when I have to take my instructions at home, and I have to see by myself. We do not have to express to the others, because others, no one can do anything to us. Though I am saying here, it is not actually meant to one person, it is not actually meant to other person, like that. It is generic statements. So this is no personalizations in the, but personalization comes when devotees are applying in their day-to-day life. That's it. But when we are discussing from the spiritual point of view, Prabhupada's instructions, Guru's instructions, we do not point out to any devotees at all.
yeah.
We take those incidents as an example and generalize according to the scriptural injunctions. This is Pradijna, Hetu, Udaharana, and Upanayana and Nigamana, showing the proof, evidences, reasons, and coming and explaining in such a way. All these 5 topics needs to be presented. Then it will have a complete conviction to the audience.
Yeah. And then, there's another thing you said about balance. Like, how do we create balance within ourselves?
I think we can take that one in a different session, Mataji. So here this is the recitation and learning the shloka, if it is okay with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. So this is the Tataha Saptama Apujyam Rucher Yajno Abhyajayata. Okay, so that the words Tataha Saptama is 7, and Tataha means after that. After that means after the 6th incarnation, this is the 7th incarnation. Akutyam, in the womb of Akuti. Ruchehe, the Ruchi Prajapati. Yajnaha, the Lord, the Supreme Lord in the incarnation of Yajna. Abhyajayata, he has advented. Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request Meena Mataji to go through this line? Third line, please. Sayamadhyaihi Suraganaihi.
Hare Krishna.
Sayama Adhyaihi Suraganaihi.
Sayamaha Adehi Sudarani. Means he, Yama Adehi, Yama and others.
This is Yama. That is Yama.
Yama
Yama.
Ade. Yama Adehi. With Yama and others. Suragani with renewable effort. Apathy ruled. Swayambhu Antaram. The change of the period of Swayambhu Manu. So here is saying that so he's just saying so here I think it's explaining about that this Paramatma like comes with he comes with Yama and others demigod rule in period of time. So I think
Yes,
so
Mataji.
sorry didn't get it. So like God comes like Krishna comes like
Yes, so
yeah, so he's just controlling the means controlling.
yeah, so here, thank you so much, Mataji. And this one, Yama is the his son, Yajna's son. So his name is Yajna or Suyajna. He's called Yajna or Suyajna. So
Yama is whose son? Whose son?
yes, Mataji.
Sorry, you said Yama is son of whom?
Yama is the son, or some. He's also called Suyama. Yeah,
Ansuyama.
yeah. This is Yama, not Yama. Yama.
Yama.
So here we see that the word Yama. Yama and others. So there are. So his wife is the Dakshina. So Dakshina and Swajna both are the twins, both born in the womb of Akuti. So when before the marriage itself, the Swayambhu Manu come to the Ruchi Prajapati and mentioned that, "Oh Ruchi Prajapati, so as soon as you have your first child, first son, you need to give it back to me." Because Swayambhu Manu knows that the first son of Ruchi Prajapati is going to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Somewhere or other, he understands. And then later on, the Akuti is married to Ruchi Prajapati. They got the twin children, the son and the daughter. And then as the word, Ruchi Prajapati gives the son to the Swayambhu Manu. And Swayambhu Manu is very happy that he has got the son. And he is also very happy that Ruchi Prajapati still has got a daughter. And
These are
so,
twins.
yeah, he is not bereft of any other children. So he has got a Dakshina. So, but later when the children grown up, the Suyajna married to Dakshina again. Though they are the twins, when the Lord appears like Prithu Maharaj, so and he appears along with his wife, Prithu Maharaj and Archi as a couple. So here, the Lord appeared with his consent, Suyajna and Dakshina, along with his consent. And then though they've grown up in different homes, but later on, Suyajna married to the Dakshina. And then they begot the children, Suyama or Dayama, and many other children. And then Suyajna, so he occupied the position of Indra, and then he has removed the distress of all the three planetary systems. That's why Swayambhu Manu called him as Hari. Swayambhu Manu called him as Hari. So this we have seen in the second canto, chapter 7, verse number 2, when Brahma is explaining to Narada Muni about the Lord's incarnations.
So Hari is one of his incarnations called one.
Yes,
Hari.
yes,
Mm.
yes. Okay.
Hari is called Yama as well, is it?
No. Here, the Suyajna, this Yajna, because he has relieved the distress of the people of the three worlds, that's why Swayambhu Manu called him as Hari, the same person, with another name.
Okay.
With another name also. That's why Brahma says to Narada Muni as This is the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, that is Yama, Adyahi, many other children, and Suraganehi. And then, so with other demigods, he ruled with the cooperation of the demigods. He ruled the Swayam after the Swayam Bhuvantaram, the change of the period of Swayam Bhuvanam. He occupied the position of Indra and ruled the three worlds.
So Krishna himself ruled 3 worlds after Swayambhuman.
Swayam Bhuvantaram, the change of the, so here Antaram is the change of the period of Swayam Bhuvanam. So when there is no qualified person to occupy the position of Indra, then the Lord here is Yajna, he occupied that position, Indra's position, and ruled the, like giving the reins and just becoming a. So Indra, we know that his duties and responsibilities he has to carry out. So Yajna has occupied that position.
I also heard like in one time he came as a Ganesh as well, like form of Ganesh.
In the form of Ganesh, the Supreme Lord.
Yeah. And then-
That's why Jagannath is given the decoration of Ganesh. Okay, that's a different pastime.
Yeah, so when it was required, he just take form himself, isn't it?
Yes,
As
yeah.
Peter Indra, and there were sometimes different forms. Like so, like Shiva is only one, isn't it? Like Brahma, there is so many. The Shiva, we only heard is just one.
Shiva is also advanced into different universe. There is a need of Shiva as well. In this universe, the Lord Shiva, he appeared from the eyebrows of Brahma.
Mm.
And maybe in another universe, he would appear in a different way.
Okay.
But these are all different universes. But the Sadasiva, who is in the spiritual planet, that is called Maheshadhama. So in the Maheshadhama is the above the Devi Dhama. Within the Devi Dhama means our material universe. Within this universe, Lord Shiva appeared through the eyebrows of Brahma when he was angry with his 4 Kumaras, with his children. At that
So
time,
Rudra.
yeah, Rudra, he has got appeared.
But like so as you said, one of this Mahadev, he never destroyed. Like he always there. Like Brahma also said that he has to die one time, but Shiva there no have to die as well. Isn't it? Shiva is always
Yeah, he's Mrityunjaya.
He never get the Mrityu at all.
Yes. And then this is Shiva, and then above this universe there is a Maheshadama, Lord Shiva Sadasiva. He is in the spiritual planet, in the Brahma Jyoti. So it is the Vishnu Tattva, Sadasiva. And that is also Mahakaladham. And that one we would see through the Brahma Samhita. It is there are lots of explanations about it. And the Lord Krishna, he takes the form of Lord Shiva, and when he wanted as a father. So here, when we are explaining here in this material world, how the living entities come, and Lord Shiva is the masculine symbol, and Prakriti is the goddess Durga. Goddess Durga and Lord Shankara. Lord Shankara is the masculine, and the goddess Durga is this Prakriti. So Lord Shiva, he impregnate the Prakriti. So that's why they are the first father and mother in this universe. But Krishna doesn't involve in this directly with this universe, the creation of injecting into this. But though he is the supreme Aham Bija Pradah Pita, he is the supreme father. So he is the original, but he does not come in contact with the nature directly. But Lord Shiva come in contact with the Prakriti.
So like why is saying Brahma has made this Srishti?
Yes, Brahma does that one. He is the creator.
So as a created, and then what the Sivas and you said Prakriti, like Parvati, like what is their role?
So Parvati Devi, she is the goddess of this universe. She is the Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Sikti Rekha. Chayavesya Bhavanani Vivatti Durga. So, but still, Ichanurupam apiyasya cha chestate, but she does according to the will of the Supreme Lord Krishna. And she does create, she does maintain, she does annihilate. But here in this universe, we have got Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara. They're also carrying out the activities here. But Vishnu, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just like if we take our home, our wife is there, and then husband and wife. Husband's mother there is there. She will look after the son, and then mother look after her children also. At the same time, as a wife, she serves the husband as well. So many positions.
Same like Vishnu's position like this.
Yeah, likewise, Durga carries out.
Yeah, sorry, Durga.
And also, son is the representative of the father. So there is a kind of this. This is the principle of this material world.
So like you said that Shiva is came from the Brahma, like it is Rudra Roop, but there is another Shiva, is just an incarnation of
Yeah.
how does it appear?
So this is that Sadasiva. He's outside of this universe. He's in the spiritual planet. He's Sadasiva.
So he never died. He is always there. Sada.
Yes, yeah, he never dies. And also Lord Shiva here in this one, he is also Mrityunjaya, and Vishnu also like that. But only the Brahma is subjected to the living of his body, his material.
Okay.
Okay, so these are about, we would see all these descriptions in the Brahma Samhita later on in detail. And also how Lord Shiva is Mrityunjaya, because he is always, there is no death for him. He is Lord, he himself, but his function is different.
That Parvati always take the same like Durga, but he
Yes.
has taken birth like that from birth.
Yeah, Mool Prakriti, though she is eternally exist, but still she appears as the daughter of Daksha Prajapati as Sati Devi, daughter of Himavan as the Parvati Devi, and then like Lord Shiva appeared from the eyebrows, likewise Mother Parvati also appears as daughter of Himavan and marries to Shiva. And also there is a further pastime of it, but I'm not going to deep. Just indication is when Lord Shiva was when Krishna was expanding himself into Narayana, Shiva, and Brahma, at the time he created goddess Durga Devi, and then Lakshmi Devi, Saraswati, and everyone. And he's asking, you marry this person, you marry this person. And then when he comes to the Lord Shiva, you marry Durga. Durga is so beautiful and she is a lion. And at the time, Lord Shiva says, no, I don't want to marry. Oh, Krishna, I wanted to be in your devotional side. Don't, please, do not ask me. Then he said that you will be, Koti, something like that. He mentioned some time period. Until that period, you married. After that, you don't have to be married. After that, you will be liberated. So there is once again a beautiful conversation between Krishna and then Lord Shiva in the Goloka Vrindavan. That we will see when we go through that one, Brahmavaivarta Mahapurana.
Okay. Yeah. Because there was other stories in there. There's this parrot with Sukdev Maharaj, like Sukdev ji said, don't say, always say ha. Then you will be Amar as well, like Parvati, like Shiva was telling the story. And then Parvati fall asleep.
Yes. This is meditation. And everything happens with the devotees, that is for another pastime. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. So let us, would you like to take a turn to recite this verse, Mataji, again?
Okay. ततः सप्तम आकृत्या रुचे यज्ञो अभ्यजायत स यमा स यमाग्धे सुरगणे अपि अपि स्वयंभू अन्तरम्
Apat Swayambhuvantaram.
स्वयंभू अपात् स्वयंभू अन्तरम् Okay, अपात् स्वयंभू अन्तरम् ततः सप्तम आकृत्या रुचयज्ञोऽभ्यजायत स यमाग्धे सुरगणे अपात् स्वयंभू अन्तरम्
So much, Mataji. So meanwhile, you try to remember this verse. I'll come back to you. Can I request Mrida Mataji if you are available to recite this verse? Mrida Sachi Mataji. Okay. Okay, anyone would like to take a turn to recite this verse? Okay, so that is the verse like Tataha Sattama Akutyam Ruchirigno Vijayata Sayamadjehi Suraganehi Apat Swayam Bhuvantaram. Very beautiful verse to remember one of the Lord's incarnations, Yajna. Okay, if anyone would like to recite without looking, kindly try.
remember quickly to one line.
Yes, Mataji.
ततः सप्तम आकृत्या रुचयज्ञ अभिजायत Just one line. स यमाग्धे स यमाग्धे अपि यमाग्धे अपत्र स्वयंभू अन्तरम्
Yes, very nice. Good time, Mataji. Again.
ततः सप्तम आकृत्या रुचयज्ञो अभिजायत स यमाग्नो आपत् स्वयंभू अन्तरम्
Yama Abdehi. So
Yes.
along with his children and many others and the demigods, he ruled over the Swayambhuvantaram in that period.
Thank you.
You want to try again, Mataji?
ततः सप्तम आकृत्या रुचयज्ञो अभिजायत स यमाग्ने आपत् स्वयंभू अन्तरम् आपत्
Sayamadhi Suraganaihi Apat Swayambhuvantaram.
yes. सुरगणे
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
स यमाग्ने सुरगणे स यमाग्ने सुरगणे आपात् स्वयंभू अन्तरम्
Perfect.
Sorry, I just have to I'll do one more time. ततः सप्तम आकृत्या ततः सप्तम आकृत्या रुचयज्ञो अभिजायत स यमाग्ने सुरगणैः आपात् स्वयंभू अन्तरम्
Very nice.
Now I go. But next time when you come, it just forget.
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
I
So
have
this
to do it.
keep meditating on this verse, so we'll remember it. Any other devotees would you like to recite or try to? Okay, so that is from the verse learning. Meena Mataji, would you like to read the translation and purport, Mataji?
The seventh incarnation was Yagna, the son of Prajapati Rishi and his wife Akruti. He controlled the period during the change of the Swayambhu Manu and was assisted by demigods such as his son Yama. The administrative posts occupied by the demigod for maintaining the regulation of the material world are offered to the highly elevated pious living being. When there is a scarcity, when there is a scarcity of such pious living being, the Lord incarnation himself as Brahma, Prajapati, Indra, etc. and take up the charge. During the period of Swayambhu Manu, the present period of the present period is of Vaivatra Manu, Vaivastha Manu. There was no suitable living being who could occupy the post of Indra, the king of the Indraloka heaven planet. The Lord himself at that time became Indra, assisted by his own son like Yama and other demigods. Lord Yajira ruled the administrations of the universe affairs. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mataji. So likewise, Yajna occupied the position of Indra and he has ruled by taking the help of his son Yama and other demigods, and then for the administration of the universal affairs. ततः सप्तम आकूत्यं रुचिर्यज्ञो बजायत अभ्यजायत सयामद्यैः सुरगणैः अपात् स्वयंभुवान्तरम्. Very beautiful verse. Okay, wherever we touch, everything is beautiful. So again, this way we have got Sanskrit. It is rich in speaking, and for example, when I speak some kind of language, either my mother tongue, a Telugu or English or Hindi or Sanskrit, someone is speaking, because when they're speaking, it influences the weight of their opinions. But Sanskrit is the topmost out of all these things. And on top of that, the person who has spoken those things, authority like Krishna, Brahma, Narada, Guru Parampara, and it has got so many potencies. Otherwise, simply if I speak English language properly, but it doesn't have any content to stress the real point, which is addressing the supreme absolute truth, then it would not stand. But out of those things which are addressing the Lord and knowing about transcendental knowledge, the Sanskrit is the topmost. See, the tongue and the mouth, we see every part of our mouth we utilize, and it directly addresses the soul, the connection to the soul and the super soul. It's a very beautiful part of things. So there are glories of the Sanskrit. That's why all the time reciting in the Sanskrit. And next to the Sanskrit are mother tongues like Telugu, Hindi, Gujarati. If we speak proper languages, not the mixed languages, languages are mixed with English and this one little bit, everything is a culture that is called mixing. They will lose the potency of the language itself. And within the mother tongues as well, there are beautiful poems. And poems are also, if they are addressing the Supreme Lord, they would also have got some kind of potency. We need to, one who understand that, they will relish. But other people, they cannot take it. Many people, they misuse for cinemas and movies and all those things. But that is condemned. That like Pureshima with Bujaha, people who take pleasure, like a pig take the pleasure eating the stool, likewise they take pleasure in watching movies and all those things which are not related to Krishna and like Bhagavatam. Okay, so this is the beauty of this learning, and it's kind of tongue twisting, learning Sanskrit. At the same time, they're addressing the Supreme Lord, dovetailing with the Supreme Lord. ततः सप्तम आपूज्यं रुचिरेज्ञो अभ्यजायत सयामर्जैः सुरगणैः अपास्वयं भुवान्तरम्. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam learning as well, Sloka learning. And dear devotees, if you are all happy, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa.
So today, like next class, you say 6:58 to how long?
Yes, it is 6:58 to 10:52. Still we have got time. It is now time to break.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so we shall conclude our session. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनन्तकोटि वैष्णववृन्द की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.
Hare Krishna. I just want to ask Prabhuji, when you start at 5 o'clock, which temple is that? In the 5 o'clock.
Mayapur temple, Mataji.
It's like Mayapur temple is only Prabhupada where there is a different. Yeah, okay.
Yes, so that is
Starting
the new.
the Guru Vanda. So they start from Guru Vanda in Mayapur.
Yes. That is the start.
That's on top of the hill because I went last year. Yeah, this Prabhupada.
Yes.
Samadhi. Yeah, okay. It's the start from there. Okay. I was just wondering what was that?
The first thing is the Samsara Dava Nalalita Loka Dranaya Karunya Dhanatvam Praptasya Kalyana Gunarnavasya Vande Guru Shri Charana Ravindam Vande
Yeah,
Guru.
but here our temple that song on
Here
front
also
of the deity. Huh?
Here also the same thing. In Bhaktivedanta Manar or Soho temple, everywhere it is the same. Starting with the.
Yeah, I know. I understand this Mangala Arati starting with that, but I'm saying that was on the front of deity, not like Prabhupada.
Oh, okay, yes. That it is in the in the Mayapur temple, the big temple.
Mhm.
Currently, whatever we are seeing here, Radha Krishna here and Prabhupada opposite to Radha Krishna Prabhupada, it is in the temporary building.
Mhm.
And in the big dome where Narasimhadev's wing was open. Do we remember?
Yeah.
That is the original, that is going to be the standard going forward for generations. Likewise, Prabhupada's room, whatever we see in the morning, that one is the for longer term. It is a permanent.
Okay, so that's why over there they first do the Sansar Dava over there.
Yes.
And they also do it the temple where is Radha Krishna, which is this which you are just showing this.
Yes.
Here also they do same time.
Yes, I think I do not know.
I think because I went to Mayapur at the time in the Mangala Arati, they also do the Sansar Dava starting with the temple, like where there is deity.
Yes.
But I didn't go upstairs, like I didn't. Like there was because Prabhupada moved, it's upstairs, like there's big. They have made it really nicely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So where Prabhupada is there, I think Prabhupada's murti is made up of kind of brass or something like that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And it has a lot of take the rounds. There is a bigger, spacious one to perform just only Mangal, to do the Guru Vandana and Guru Puja and everything there. And then, so that is the main one. But here again, coming back to the Radha Madhav temple here.
Yeah.
And here opposite to Radha Madhav also, Prabhupada's Murti is there. And we do Prabhupada's deity. There also we do Samsara Dava. But here in the broadcast, that video, you see here Darshanarati Shrida Mayapur, September 29, This is today's darshan.
Oh, nicely they decorated, isn't it? You just look all the time. So
Yes,
nice.
yes. So this is the
So
beauty.
beautiful,
Radha.
so nice. They how they like in a Radha Mata. So nice.
Very beautiful. Yeah.
Especially when you go there, it's just so peaceful. You just like to stand over there all the time.
Look at the beauty.
Mm.
This is the fortunate of the devotees.
Mm.
Other
Well,
people, it is not possible for them to see the beauty of the Lord. Of course, they also appreciate it, the beauty, but describing the limbs of the Lord and eyes, his flute, his hands, and his toes and legs, and thighs, and his waist, and his shoulders, chest, his and Radha Rani's eyes, face, and beautiful hands. See, this is only for the devotees. Drapahyalpatapasaha seva vaikuntavatmasu yatropagite nityam devo devo janardanaha. Unless one does tapasya, he does not come to this point. Drapahya alpatapasya. And the people who have not done tapasya, they cannot come to the temple and engage in the devotional service, engaging in the singing and doing dancing in front of Krishna. They engage these services, they cannot take pleasure. It's not possible for them. They're alpadrapahi alpatapasaha.
so they are so fortunate who get a chance to opportunity to decorate Krishna and Radha in the temple, isn't it?
Yes. For that,
Fortune.
tapasya is needed. Tapasya is needed. Chanting, purification is needed. No more sense gratification. And then chanting, strictly chanting, following the regulative principles. And then whatever you speak, everything will come into Nabharate Mingam Rushopalakshate, Nave Kotinme, Manuso Mushagati, Name Frishikani Patinsatpade, Yenme Sudat Kanchavata Druto Harihi. Brahma says to Narad Muni, as we have seen, my word never go wrong, and my heart is never degraded. And because I keep the heart in, I keep the Lord in the heart, that's why uh, whatever I speak, whatever I speak, it will come true. Because I do not have any personal sense gratification. So here we need tapasya. When who have got that tapasya purified and no more sense gratification, only for the pleasure of Shri Radha and Madhava, they will get an opportunity to serve, decorate, and do the flower garlands and sewing these dresses and making the flower garlands. They will get that opportunity and making these tulsi garlands and decorate nail polishing to Radharani and Krishna. See, so beautifully they are decorating. Who will get that opportunity?
So nice. Yeah.
It
So nice.
requires tapasya.
So like
Sometimes
previous life tapasya, what they have done this life tapasya.
tapasya. We may think that it is some person has got this chance like that. I also want to do it, but one cannot understand what tapasya he has gone through behind. And sometimes they get immediate opportunity, but in the previous life they might have done so much of tapasya.
Okay, that's why they get straight away.
Yes. Drapahi alpatapasaha seva vaikunta vatmasu, to engage oneself in the devotional service. That is tapasya is needed. That is what is tapasya we are doing here. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atma Nivedanam. Engaging our pranai Hyaddaihi Diyavacha Shreya Acharanam Sada.
My tapasya is not good also. So not getting chance to do this.
Yes, so it
It
is
will be very hard, isn't it? Because my tapasya is not like that. That's why I don't get opportunity. So you have to still do very hard.
it is not whether we are doing hard or not. Whether we are putting our endeavor in full extent, that's all. Based on our energy and the time we are putting on it, our money and Whatever we have got, whether fitting or not, is the endeavor is or not, that is the important. Whether I am doing hard or not, that is not the thing. Putting full endeavor.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Brahma.
Okay,
Thank you for your time and all this answering all the questions.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for asking. So, and I'm so gratitude to your questions. This is inquiries are called Bhagavatam. We are not speaking something which is out. This is called Bhagavata Katha. You ask questions, we answer, we discuss, we relish in the heart with full heart content. That is the needed thing. It goes in the even the spiritual planets also in the Vaikuntha Loka. Yesterday, Hemlata Mataji was asking, what Krishna and devotees speak in the spiritual world? It is very beautiful question. That is needed. We need it. They are going to speak the Bhagavad Gita about the devotees and the loving exchanges between the Lord and his devotees, pastimes. Yeah, that is the asking is that is the beautiful part of questioning. Everyone, unless there is a question, that kind of Bhagavad Gita, Madchitta Madhita Prana, Bodhayanta Parasparam, Katayantascha Mam Nityam, Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha. That does not take place. Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha. So we have to ask questions. So there is, this is the loving exchanges between the Lord and his devotees. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you are all happy, we shall conclude and continue with further.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास